Hey guys, it's Jamin Kirkle with Secure Financial Management. Just want to get out to you a quick video about some of the things that are going on in the economy right now and a few of the discussions we're having with clients about their portfolios and some moves we're looking to make in the future. And so just to kind of back up 6 or 8 weeks or so, well, it's a lot better right now looking at your portfolios than it was around Christmas time, right? November, particularly December, very challenging months. Not too much fun for anybody, obviously, including us right here. But it's great to see some common sense and normalcy returning to the markets. And one of the questions we're getting a lot of is, hey, what's going on? Like, what happened in November, particularly December, and then all of a sudden the new year comes in and everything's great, right? January was a good month of recovery, and that started to spill into February as well. Part of it was just way too much of an overreaction in December to some negative news. Maybe September last year, the markets had got ahead of themselves. Absolutely. That's when we hit the high for 2018 in September. Absolutely, I can go along with that narrative. The drawdown and the correction that followed into December, way over the top. So a lot of the recovery that happened in January wasn't even necessarily just for good news or a change in the environment. It was just a recovery from a massive overreaction that happened in December. December 24th, Christmas Eve, was the bottom of that downturn. Often you'll see what's called a washout in the markets. It's just kind of that last leg down washes out all the people that really don't have the stomach to be investing. They're saying, look, I'm out. And that's kind of when we hit that on December 24th. And we really recovered in January, in my opinion at least, more so just a recovery from a downturn that went way too far too quickly. That was part of what it was, which, on a side note, which is a topic for another video, is the importance of not making emotional decisions. Yeah, it's tough, right? We see it with our client accounts. I see it with my personal account. It's tough watching that, but not making dramatic overreactions to extreme events like that, extremely important in portfolio management. I'll talk about that another time, okay? The second kind of side of that is that we've had earnings come out in January for fourth quarter of 2018. No one was expecting amazing numbers. They've been okay. They haven't been amazing. But the fact that they were even just okay, considering what was expected from the results in December that we saw in the markets, that was enough to just kind of help boost the recovery along a little bit as well, right? The final thing I want to mention to you, and this is something that we're having in our annual review discussions with clients right now, is, okay, well, when do we make it back to those highs? It was in September of 2018, we hit about 2950 on the S&P 500, and that was the high for the year. How are we going to get back there? What's the route? Because we're still about 6 or 7% off those highs to recover. The thing is, we've got a big issue out there right now that until it's resolved, we don't see a way that we make it back to those highs or even surpass them, and it's the whole issue around China and trade. I did a video about this last year sometime, talking about how there was a concern around interest rates, there was a concern around trade. Yeah, interest rates matter, but the big thing is trade. The two largest economies in the world potentially going to economic war is a problem for everybody. They're negotiating right now. There's supposed to be a March 1 deadline. Who knows if that will be reached or the can will be kicked down the road. I'm not sure with that. But that needs to be resolved before, in our opinion at least, that needs to be resolved before we're able to take that next leg higher and potentially reach new highs. Once we've got that resolved, we have changes we want to make to portfolios. We're not doing anything right now. What makes issues like China trade deals difficult is that that's not something we can necessarily measure, right? I talked to you a lot about making decisions on things we can measure. What's happening with unemployment? What's happening with interest rates? What's happening with consumer sentiment? There's a bunch of different things we can look at. We can measure those. We can make assumptions of where we think the economy is going and any changes we need to make based on that. I don't know when this gets resolved, and I don't know anybody who does. Does it get resolved March 1st? Does it get resolved December 1st? I'm not sure when that happens. But when that happens, we do have some portfolio management changes we want to make. We're kind of sitting back on the sidelines a little bit, waiting to see what happens with that situation, because it's such a major event that could be a catalyst for a move up or a move down. Just wanted to get a few thoughts and ideas and share some discussions that we're having with clients right now. As always, anything we discuss in these videos should not be taken as a financial recommendation or any sort of portfolio management changes that you should be implementing. If you'd like to discuss your personal financial situation, please give us a call at the office, 210-428-6250. We'd be happy to speak with you. Talk to you soon.